also, I just want to know, do y'all think this is really going to get your child back?
Well, we're doing as best as we can to do that. Yeah.
I mean, I believe in God, and the thing about it is, y'all really need to be praying and complying with DHR, and doing this right here, that's not going to work.
Well, the thing is that
I've been keeping up with this case.
To comply with people that have violated us. So I think it's the perception of the mind where we need to understand why we're okay with other people violating innocent people. Instead of asking them to comply, we should understand as brothers and sisters that when we have other brothers and sisters that are willing to violate others, we should ask ourselves internally, why are we okay with watching evil? Why are we okay with going to bat for people that are actually breaking the law and speaking to innocent people that are on the side of a street that are trying to stand up for their baby when they've been victimized? We need to actually ask ourselves.
I know me as a mother, and me as a mom that has took in several children and has raised several other people's children. I wouldn't be standing on a corner of a road or anything else. I would be doing whatever these people are asking me to do to get my child back home with me.
And that's your opinion of how you would like to do it. But ultimately, that would be like, let's say an abuser comes to you and your husband is abusing you, and you just comply with your abusive husband just because you think that you're supposed to. Well, that's not right. See, I would come into your situation if I was your friend, and I would stand up for you, and I would tell your husband, you're not going to abuse her anymore because that's not right. You see, that's just who I am, because I know myself inside, and I know that I'm about love.
Okay, but here's the thing. Yesterday in child support court, Christian, you would not even comply with them yesterday in child support court.
How do you know anything about yesterday in child support court?
Well, it's a matter of public record.
No, it's not public. That was actually a closed court.
Well, that's your matter of opinion.
No, it's not actually.
The fact that y'all locals tell everybody everything don't mean
that means that somebody's been speaking to you with knowledge of this in the social worker realm, and that just proves more so.
I don't even know who your social worker is.
Okay, well that's what I'm trying to ask you. Then how would you even know about what happened in the juvenile court?
I was in that courtroom.
You were sitting in the courtroom?
Child support court is open court.
Oh, I didn't even see you in the room. There you go. All I noticed was the prosecutor. So that was you sitting in the back of the room?
Child support court is open court for the public.
Yeah.
Child support court is open court.
Are you saying that you were in there? Is that what you're saying?
You know, documents are a public record.
Child support has got confidential things within it, but ultimately we believe in freedom of speech, so I'm really not worried about it. But what I'm trying to say is that
you post videos, you go off about everything, you don't comply. The things that you should be complying with, I feel sorry for you, honey.
So if you go...
I feel sorry for all of us. We've all been violated and assaulted. All of us as a family.
So in other words, you would make excuses for an abusive relative or something that's beating on you. You would just make excuses.
No, I divorced an abusive man.
Okay, well then then all the more reason why.
I got my kids away from an abusive man.
He's not abusive, not even close. He's a very loving, gentle, kind-hearted, godly man.
And that's all the more reason why you should understand. You don't deal with people that are violating your rights or violating your personal, your personal self.
But this right here is not helping y'all. It's what I'm trying to tell you.
Well, what's not helping us is people pulling up and not standing with us. And
I would not stand with you.
And going to their friends and saying, why are you violating these innocent people? Why don't you stop?
DHR is not your enemy.
DHR is not our enemy.
No.
Well, DHR has kidnapped our child and they have violated us.
But what have you done to get him back? You haven't even named your child.
Do you understand what you're saying? I just told you that we've been violated and our rights have been violated, and you're making excuses for it.
But the thing about it is, you haven't even...
The baby back. They're not going to give the baby back because they make too much money on it.
Look, let me tell you something. I've had children that, in my own personal family, that has been in this system right here. If you comply with them, they will give you your children back.
All right, let me.
We've complied with them. We've shown them everything.
Yeah, they don't want that kid to make it.
They
Well,
had plans before.
They have broken the law.
There's things that
Okay.
people don't know that we can't share because they're under gag. But it will come out. It just can't come out yet.
And what we can share is this is going on all over the country, and different parents have tried everything. They've tried lawyers, they've tried complying, they've tried fighting. None of them get the kids back.
So the only thing that's going to work is people understanding the truth, and people stop making excuses for other people that are breaking the law. Otherwise, let me put it like this: if we have a government and there's a common law in place, but then we're willing to allow agencies to break the law, what's the point of even having a government? Why even have one? If we're going to be okay with breaking the law, or organizations breaking the law and violating innocent people, why not just be pure chaos everywhere? You see,
Well-
now, I believe in proper authority. I believe, just like your children in there, that you should be proper authority, and your children should obey you in the sense of until they get old enough to obey themselves. But that's proper authority, and that's the way government should be. Government should not be tyrannical, and nobody should be making excuses for a tyrannical government. Otherwise, those people need to check themselves inside and try and find out spiritually why they don't stand up for the innocent.
Well, the thing about it is this, and I do know this, and I can say this 100% truth behind every word I'm fixing to say to y'all. When I moved here 5 years ago, this little town right here became my home, and everything that y'all are fighting right now helped me in every. Well, y'all are not complying.
That's
We
not
already
fighting, though.
did.
Yeah.
It didn't work.
So let me show you something real quick. We didn't injure anybody. They injured us. That's really the only thing that matters. And if anybody else tries to speak about anything else, then they're not recognizing that we're the victims.
Why haven't you named your child?
Why does that matter? But ultimately, I'll accommodate you with that, though. Okay, I'll accommodate it with you because I'm trying to have a relationship with you here and better understanding. But because we feel that we should have time to spend time with our child
Right.
in a non-harassed environment to give him a name alone. Yeah, we
We
can,
just want that.
and that's our choice. That's our choice to do that.
All right. Well, I just think that I just wanted y'all to know my opinion, and I've gave y'all my honest opinion,
Yes,
and
you're right.
you know, I just think that this is not helping y'all's cause, and I think that y'all should be complying.
All right.
So-
So everybody can have their own opinions, but at the very core of when it comes to injury, when we don't recognize someone else being injured, and other people's opinions are not protecting people from not being injured, that's when it becomes a problem.
But as I was an outsider when I came here too.
Yeah, but your opinions
Hurting us.
are not protecting innocence. You see what I'm saying? We're allowed to have our own opinions.
Well, I was an outsider when I came here too, and I can say 100% that this little town ain't out to hurt anyone.
But they have.
Really
But they have.
really hurt us.
Well, I'm sorry that y'all feel that way.
Well, why don't you feel that way? They ripped our child off and assaulted her and him. Why are you okay with that?
I don't have no reason. They had to have a reason.
No, they didn't. No problem
It's
cause.
just out of curiosity, why are you recording
Why not?
That's my God-given right.
it? I know.
Yeah, you're right.
But funny that everybody in Heflin that wants to talk to us is recording it.
This is our home.
We'd like to pray with you.
Now, please don't pray with me. I believe differently than y'all do.
What is that?
You don't believe in Jesus Christ?
Yeah, I believe in Jesus Christ, but I don't believe the way y'all do. And
You don't
just,
believe in praying?
yeah, I do, but I don't want to pray with y'all.
Okay.
Well, you don't have to.
We're missionaries.
All right, thank you.
And we're here to pray and bless the town and stand up for them too.
Right. I mean, you know, I'm just saying, if I was y'all, I would be complying to get my child back.
We already
Well, that's just it. We were in compliance in the beginning, and that got our child taken away because ultimately they violated our rights to get him. They even broke the law to get him. So if somebody's willing to break the law to do something, that means they have ill intentions in the first place. You see?
Right.
So are you going to comply with a murder or an armed individual that comes into your house? You're going to listen to him because you're in fear, right?
No,
well,
that's you.
We were under duress because armed individuals came into our hospital room. So that's the reason why we were complying in the beginning. But that's because we were under duress and they put us under fear. But once we realized that that they're playing for keeps, that this isn't what it really is, and that they're breaking the law, compliance ain't gonna get you nowhere. That's like somebody showing you that they're doing harm to you, but if you keep going around that person and allowing them to do harm on you, well, shame on you. You've been shown.
Well, I'm just trying to tell y'all I spoke my opinion, y'all spoke y'all's. Y'all have a nice evening.
Appreciate it.
Yeah. Go back to playing the guitar and singing.
All right. Yeah, have a good day.